Okay, welcome everybody. So, first things first, this is going to be a tank build for Cabrakan. I will discuss some other optional items throughout the video. And I may do a mage build or a bruiser build depending on which one people want. Like I said before in another video, I'm not going to do a jungler build. If one of you guys, is a pretty good jungler and you found a decent jungle build for Cabrakan that you use and it works or whatever, you can post that in the comment section below. So, I'm not going to try jungling as Cabrakan. That's not going to happen. I'm pretty bad at jungling as it is, and Cabrakan, yeah. Okay, so let's go right ahead. So, as far as conquest support, you probably want to go with the meta. Start with Watcher's Gift as far as boots, which would be your second item. Go straight into Midas Boots. Between Midas Boots and Watcher's Gift, that's going to keep up your gold up pretty high, because you kind of want to let your ADC get the last hits in your lane or whatever. And you should probably be roaming a little bit, helping out, so you're not going to be always in a lane getting gold. So between Midas Boots and Watcher's Gift, that's going to help you keep up in gold, since your majority of the time support's like the furthest behind as far as XP and gold. So this is going to help you out there, and then continue on with the build. Besides that, outside of conquest, this would be something that I would use. Shoes of Focus. I like cooldown reduction on my tanks. Like I said before, like a side of conquest. So Shoes of Focus, that's going to help you out, with your 1 and 2. Your 1 and 2 are the two abilities that have the highest cooldown reduction. Now, of course, I have full CDR, so these are really low numbers, but besides the fact, your 1 and 2 are your highest ones. Let's go back into the build. Sovereignty. Always get Sovereignty if you're tanking. It's just one of those core items that you're always going to have, and it works really nice to stack on top of Cabrakan's passive, giving his allies reduced 5% damage taken. Moving on, Bark of Hope. It's another one of those core items for tanking. Moving along now, Breastplate of Valor. I can see this working out really well for him. For one, it's the mana. Your 3, you can use your 3 as long as you have mana. High physical protection, because he gets passive physical protection, or I think, just protection to overall for his physical and magical with this 2. But that quickly gets shaved off, during his little passive, where each basic attack, shaves off, the protection's lost. 7 per stack at max rank, and then you can use your 2 to stun people with that. So, like what you're seeing right now, as far as my protections right now, that quickly goes down when I have all those stacks up. So having high physical protection on one item is really nice, and then of course cooldown reduction, so you can use your 2 as soon as you get your little circle filled up there. That way you're not always running around with low protections. So it's not too bad of an item there. Moving along, Stone of Gaia. Stone of Gaia comboed with Ethereal Staff is really nice because of both passives, honestly. And then MP5 on the Stone of Gaia alone, that's going to help you keep up your mana if you're pretty mana hungry using your 3. And then having high max cooldown reduction, you're going to go through a lot of mana. So these few items are pretty good for that. And then, of course, Ethereal Staff at the end, just so you can get a little bit more HP. As far as his HP and his HP scaling against other Guardians, it's one of the lowest. He starts at 490 and scales plus 90 HP per level. Ymir, he starts at 510 and he gets over 100, or at least 100 per level. So he's kind of a little far behind as far as the HP, so Ethereal Staff is going to help you out there. So some other items, if you're fighting it's a little bit more magical heavy teams, obviously Pestilence. Magi's Blessing wouldn't be too bad. Now, as far he's somewhat CC immune during his 1. If you look at it here, he's immune to slows and roots, so you're not going to get interrupted too much using your 1, so I guess that's good. I guess you can still be knocked up, because knock up is not on there. And he's not full CC immune, he doesn't glow yellow. So, I'm assuming he can still be knocked up during his 1, but if you're immune to slows and roots, that's the majority of the CCs. You're sitting duck if you're using your trimmer. You're not CC at all using your using your 3. So, I mean, if you're getting interrupted quite a bit, you know, trying to use either your 2 or your 3, Magi's Blessing might be something that you want to look into if you're being, you know, just CC'd a lot. That's a pretty good item there. If you want to go a little bit more bruisery and still want a little bit more magical defense, don't forget about Void Stone. You can get use out of this between using your 3. If anybody's in your radius of your 3, the Void Stone should apply to them, so that will lower their magical protections. Therefore, you can do more damage. It's going to be like basically like penetration. You're going to get the magical protection and get magical power. And also, it's going to help out your allies that are mages, you know, attacking anybody in your trimmer. Now, I guess you can also do this, if I can find it. Gem of Isolation might be interesting, maybe more for a mage build, but you could probably pick it up. Just experiment with it. The idea is Gem of Isolation's passive. I'm not really looking at, you know, the magical power, even though that's nice and all, but the passive. Enemies hit by your damaging abilities will move 25% slower for 2 seconds. That will keep applying per trimmer hit. So if somebody's like deep inside your trimmer, like right next to you, it's going to be a little hard for them to get out because it sucks them in and, you know, does damage, whatever. And then if they're trying to get out, they're going to have, you know, a harder time doing that since they're going to be slowed by 25%. So that could be something interesting. I don't know if you put that on a tank build, but maybe for a bruiser or a mage build, that'd be quite interesting. As far as actives goes, definitely blink. Just kind of blink in, surprise, stun them, trimmer, whatever, or blink in ulti, that could work as well. Blink works well for most guardians, not all guardians, so that is something to pick up. Another combination is blink in. Use either Enfeebling Curse or Weaken Curse. If you're fighting healers or high health regeneration gods, Weaken Curse because of their healing is also reduced by 100% factor in that. And then Enfeebling Curse if you're fighting more assassins and hunter heavy or just attack speed heavy gods, so that's going to slow their attack speed. So you can blink in, use your whatever curse you want. That's going to slow them down by quite a bit, up to 40%. And then use your 3. Therefore, they're going to have a hard time. I believe this does stack. Maybe, just maybe, you could blink in, use your Enfeebling Curse or whatever. The Gem of Isolation that will, you know, apply to them once you use your 3. So I mean, you stack that up. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of slow. So I mean, you can mess around with Cabrakan quite a bit. So that's gonna wrap it up for the video. Actually, let me go and just go to Raw, and you can see the protections get reduced as he uses attacks on me. So we're like 284 physical defense. He's gonna blind us and everything, so our circle is full, and now we're down to 249 and 198 magical protection. So, like I said, you may want to pick up some other protection items if you feel necessary. I accidentally canceled that. So, I mean, damage is mediocre. Of course, it's a tank build, so don't really expect much. So, that's cool. I really like the CDR on Trimmer, like 4.8 seconds on this tree. That's pretty fun. So that's gonna wrap it up for the video. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want like a mage build or a bruiser build, no jungling. I don't do jungle. So, all right, bye.